Right.
Mr. Clapper? Our teams are still trying to work this out. I think, as you know, over the weekend, representatives from the U.S., from Russia, United Nations, and other international organizations did meet to try to finalize an agreement on a cessation of hostilities that would allow for the safe, voluntary departure of civilians and opposition members from East Aleppo, as well as, and this needs to continue to be pressed, the delivery of humanitarian aid, which is so desperately needed.
Definitely the UN as well, about 350,000 people that were in East Aleppo trapped at one time.
Rather than accepting the U.S. proposal for an immediate cessation, the Russians informed us that a cessation could not start for several days, meaning that the assault by the regime and its supporters on Aleppo would continue until any agreement would go into effect. Given the dire situation in Aleppo and the reports of continued attacks on civilians and infrastructure, this was just simply not acceptable. So we're deeply frustrated, but we're not surprised by this lack of Russian and regime commitment to what should be a humane solution to the current brutality, and we remain gravely worried for the safety and well-being of the people that are now remaining in East Aleppo.
Russians wanted a delay of several days before the cessation of hostilities were to start. That was the condition. Is that what you said?
While we would still like to get there, and you know, the secretary's never one to just throw his hands up, I think we're certainly at an impasse right now.
The Syrian army has almost overtaken all of East Aleppo. They've said that the announcement is, fairly imminent.
Getting the ceasefire in place, getting the parameters for how it would be enforced and how people could get out safely and securely, as well as at the same time you're trying to work routes out. We wanted to be able to negotiate routes in for humanitarian aid and how it would get in, how it would get delivered. All that stuff was being discussed.
That was held in Macedonia yesterday.
That is different.
Yes, it is.
What we really need, what we all need to stay focused on, is the resumption of political talks, which obviously is elusive right now. He understands that, given where we are with Aleppo. But while the focus is rightly on trying to save lives in Aleppo and get food, water, and medicine in, it is all part and parcel of what should be a larger effort, an effort that the Russians said they supported through I don't know how many communiques through the ISSG, which is getting the opposition and the regime to the table finally to start to have meaningful talks. That's a very difficult place to be when you're looking at what we're looking at in Aleppo right now.